What's going on, y'all? It's A-Fizzle here. Yeah, every time you see a career during the weekday nowadays. Don't tell anyone, but I kind of took an off day for work today. Nothing personal. It's just I got, I just need to take one for a day. I'll be all right. I'm not like my job. I'm in danger of losing my job. So, but yeah, first and foremost, Monday vibes will be coming up in a couple of hours. I do have to get home and update it, and it's not a long Monday vibes. It's about how long is it? I don't know if anyone's gonna come in because it's kind of like spur of the moment. Usually I get people come in when I plan it ahead. Okay, the recording of it is 8 minutes 39 seconds, so chances are it's gonna probably round up to about 9.5 minutes as I get done chopping it up and editing and setting the intro and outro. Unlike Sports Live and ATL, who he did his premiere today, and what threw me out is he said, "On got power, fuck the intro, fuck the outro, fuck the music. I'm not doing that shit today." That shit took me the fuck out. So, but yeah, and plus, another reason why I took the day off from work today is the weather is just ridiculously hot. Like it wasn't even noon yet, and the temperatures are in the 80s. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna ditch work here until it's in the 80s. It's just I just couldn't do it today. But I will be working the rest of the week, so I'll probably not be active on these YouTube streets once it's oh, I ain't got my banner up. I won't be active on these YouTube streets the rest of the week. But yeah, it's been cloudy and raining, muggy, whatever you can think of. That's what it's been doing all day, and it's still cloudy today, right now. So that's where we at. So I decided to come up here. Yeah, I know what y'all saying. Damn, you're at Hooters again. You was just there Monday. You was there. Oh, you was there last Monday. You was there Wednesday. You're back again. Yeah, I kind of blew a little bar up. I was gonna go to Vista too, but just decided not. I don't know if I'm gonna make it today. Plus, they're doing the DJ thing Friday there, so I probably what I'm probably gonna do is just go Friday after I get off of work. So because I am gonna work the rest of the damn week. So y'all know I don't normally talk sports on here anymore. What's going on, Hoss? Yes, every day is a good day for Hooters. I agree 100%, my dude. But yeah, I was going to say, yeah, yeah, I don't really talk sports that often anymore, so I figured, appreciate that. So I figured, we'll talk a little bit for a second, like let y'all know how I feel about what's going on in regards to my sports teams, just for this one time since this is a crib, and it's not an actual video. I appreciate that, House. I'm glad you was able to catch one as well. And usually I say my streaming for the weekends nowadays because I'm working throughout the week. But yeah, so let me get started. I'm gonna get started with the Florida Gators because I feel like this is neat. I need to address this first. I'm gonna, anybody want to come in about the Braves, I will address that in the stream as well. But I'm gonna address the Florida Gators first. I know a lot of people have been asking my opinion about what to expect from the Gators this season. I know they ended the season on a sour note, losing to LSU on last game of the regular season, losing to Alabama in the SC title game, which was a really good game, though. I know House, you probably can agree. I know Law Tower will probably agree. I know Jake. I don't know if you want to call him Jake. I know Jack Harris will agree. I know a lot of Alabama fans will agree. That was a great game between Bama and Florida. SEC title game came down to the end. Florida had a chance to win on the final possession, and Alabama stopped Kyle Trask at the end. That's all it was. They didn't just get ran right about Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl. So lost a lot this offseason. Obviously Kyle Trask got drafted by the Falcons. Lost Kyle, not Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask got drafted by the Buccaneers. Kyle Pitts got drafted by the Falcons. Lost Trayvon Grimes. You lost freaking. Thankfully, we lost Marco Wilson. Thank Jesus. But lost a lot of talent. Kadarius Tony lost him as well. It's almost like Florida is going to start over from ground zero. And the thing about the Florida Gators is, we haven't been successful in running the damn ball lately, last 2 years, and that's kind of been plaguing the Gators in regards to having a dominant offense. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Florida did. I say Florida did give Bama their best shot when it was all said or done. So then I think, and I was talking to somebody earlier. I was talking about the schedule for this upcoming season. Honestly, Florida starts out with FAU and USF. Two manageable games. See where we at. And I feel like what should have happened, because Florida gets Alabama third week of the year, and then they get Tennessee and Kentucky. I feel like Florida should have got. They should have. Florida should have drew Tennessee and Kentucky right after USF. That way, if there's still some more problems with this offense, or the defense that matter, or more so the defense, we can get those worked out in the Tennessee and Kentucky games. I don't think Tennessee or Kentucky is going to be good this year. Just before we get to Alabama, because that's going to be a tough game. The only thing that's working in our favor for the Alabama game, the third week of the year, is that it's in the swamp. But then again, that doesn't really mean much either because I think Florida and Bama played each other twice in this. No, they don't play each other once since 2006. Florida beat Bama in '06 in the swamp, and Bama drugged Florida in 2011. You know, so I think that's the only thing that we got going in our favor. We get them in the swamp, but you know. Okay, so I'm back, thank God. And I feel like the Alabama game is going to go as far as telling us what type of team to expect from Florida. And it's more so not even the Alabama game. It's going to be like how Florida plays in the Alabama game. I feel like if we get a repeat of the SC title game, then it could be an interesting bout. But if Florida loses too much, this could get ugly. I'm just going to be honest. I think this season Bama could possibly lose a game on the road. We'll see. I suppose it's possible. Outside of like only game I'll be honest, the, Bama's two best chances of losing a game would be the Florida game or the Texas A&M. I feel like Florida game you catching us early in the year, so we don't know so we don't know what to expect from. Like we don't know what to expect from Alabama, just like we don't know what to expect from Florida. So like we can catch y'all napping early in the year, maybe you know, or maybe y'all still be hyped off. Obviously Bama's going to beat Miami. And y'all may be too hyped off from that Miami game. And y'all may come in the Gainesville napping. So who knows, man? I'm just going to be quite honest. This game could be, I feel like this game could be more so the telltale for Florida than for Alabama. And I think the Texas A&M game that could be a game that Alabama could possibly slip up in. It's in College Station, it's not easy to win in College Station, but I said if Bama was to lose a game, it'll be either one of those two. I don't see y'all. I know y'all got Mississippi State on the road. Y'all not losing to them. I don't see y'all losing all of them. So I don't know who else y'all got on the road. But I don't. But like, if they're going to be honest, I say it's either Florida or Texas A&M. I feel like for Florida, I feel like we go 11-1 at best. I feel like Alabama is our toughest matchup. But if we don't come to play in September and October, the LSU game can be tough. The Georgia game can be tough. Who knows? If we don't come to play, it could be like a 9-3, 8-4 type of season. And I say in LSU and Georgia, then who knows? Who knows what that fourth loss can come before the bowl season? So I'm just hoping for the best. I'm not expecting the worst. I feel like at worst Florida could possibly go 8-4. So I'm not riding my hat on winning the East. But I would like to do it. I like to win the East again and try to fight for another college football playoff berth. No, Peppers Buzz. I am not in California. But yeah, obviously the East is coming down between Florida and Georgia this year. That's expected. I feel like and and obviously Georgia has an easier schedule. I think the only game they really have to worry about from will be Florida. All right. Clemson. I forget they play Clemson, but I know Clemson's not in the SEC. But I think that's like only they two toughest games is Florida and Clemson. So we're gonna see how that goes. You know, I feel like first 3 weeks are definitely going to tell the tale of the SEC and how's that going to go. But I feel like outside of Bama and second tier LSU and Georgia, I feel like the remaining games are very winnable. Like knowing Florida, they got this whole Denver Broncos syndrome where they got a tendency to slip up when you least expect them to. Like look at last year, LSU game was a prime example. Missouri game in 18, prime example. Nobody expected Florida to lose Missouri in 2018, but they did. Oh yeah, that's definitely the case, Hoss. Yeah, Florida and Georgia always a decided game for the SEC East. Just like for like once every blue moon, Florida and Georgia both have down years to their standards, and that's why we give Missouri to win the East at 13 and 14, or like South Carolina to win it in 2010. I don't think Florida and Georgia are going to have down years. I think both teams are going to be really good. And obviously, I think whoever wins in Jacksonville will win the East. I feel like you look at the SEC West. Obviously it's Alabama than everybody else, but you look at Texas A&M. They may have it. If they can find a way to beat Bama and put themselves in position, maybe they could win the West. LSU, I'm not Yeah, we just have to see about that one. I feel like what we see from LSU beginning of the year before they get to the Florida game, that could really tell how their season is going to go. If they start struggling, they could very well have like an 75 type of year. But if LSU comes out rolling, we'll see when they play Florida, then later on Alabama. We'll see if they can get back to where they was. Only two games that scared me is Texas and Ole Miss to an extent. Ole Miss is going to have a good offense, but here's the thing: can they defense keep up? We're going, I feel like y'all win that game only because they got to come to Brian Denny. I feel like if that game was in Oxford and the Grove, ouch, hit my elbow. I feel like if that game was in Oxford, then yeah, I can see them giving y'all a scare. They may go tit for tat with you for a half, but I think that Tuscaloosa, that Alabama mystique that they have in Tuscaloosa, I just don't see them going 4 quarters with Alabama. I think I'll take care of Ole Miss. I don't think I'll blow them out. I would be surprised if I blow them out, but I don't think y'all going to struggle with them. And plus, until a Saban assistant beats Nick Saban, I'm not sold on any of the Saban assistants. Kiffin, Muschamp, Kirby Smarts, um, Jimbo Fisher. I'm not sold on any Saban assistant until one of them finally beats Nick Saban. Like for fuck's sake, even like Nick Saban beat Bill Belichick in the NFL. Belichick assistants managed to beat Belichick. You can't tell me one Saban assistant beat Saban. We know Saban is a great coach. He's definitely top 5 coaches of all time in the world of college football. But you tell me now when y'all can beat him, and that's why y'all win, Crimson Brave. That's exactly why. they don't got a defense. So, I don't think y'all should, they're going to give y'all a real scare midway through the game. Maybe up till halftime, they probably give y'all a scare. But the second half, I expect y'all to pull away. But yeah, and I like my. I'm just really, I'm really interested to see how the college football season is going to go. More so in the SEC because like my team is in the SEC, so I'll pay attention to the ACC football because I'm kind of in ACC territory as well, with Georgia Tech right up the street, Clemson across the state line, Florida State and Miami across the state line to the south. So and then you got Carolina, Duke, Wake Forest, and NC State across the state line to the north. So I got a little, so we get a little ACC action as well as SECs. And but I made it pay attention to the SEC until might be Clemson as AC. Kiffin wants to beat seven bad. His Twitter would be unbearable. Oh my god, I can only imagine. Because I remember 2009. He was talking all that shit. He was talking all that shit about when he was with Tennessee, and it's Florida week for him. He was talking about singing Rocky Top on the Swamp all night long, and all this went after they beat us, and we see how that went. So Lane Kiffin just need to shut the fuck up and prove it on the field, because anybody can talk. Back it up. That's what I'm told, Lane Kiffin. And never forget the famous ass chewy that Saban gave Kiffin in that Western Kentucky game back in 2016. That shit was funny as fuck, y'all. All right, but yeah, that's it for college football. Because I say, it's just gonna. I think like it's two parts of Florida. How the offense and how the team performs going up to the Alabama game, and how they perform after the Alabama game, win or lose. Now, like I said, we still got Todd Graham from here, so y'all already know. Y'all already motherfucking know. I never wanted Todd Graham in Florida when he first got here, so I'm doing good, Abby. You doing good? Not right now. But yeah, I never wanted him when the Gators signed him. So, and because I watched him at Georgia, and I know how terrible he was at Georgia. I know how bad Georgia fans did not want Grantham as a defensive coordinator anymore. So I was really not happy with him coming to Florida. And I know some Gator fans like give him a chance. We'll see how that went. He turned us from DBU to a fucking Big 12 defense. How about your thoughts on other teams? Sorry, talk about Alabama. Okay, I can talk about the remaining teams. I already said Georgia's gonna be good. I'll start in the East. Georgia's gonna be good. Kentucky and Tennessee, South Carolina, Vandy. Well, they're Vandy. Only team that may be decent in the East will be Missouri, because they surprised me last year. Towards the end of the season, they caught fire at the end, and to their misfortune, they had to go against Florida and Georgia. You know, they could barely be the third best team in the East. If I were to do like a prediction right now, just flip a coin, I'll probably say Kentucky finishes fourth. South Carolina will finish fifth, then Tennessee and Vandy. Tennessee just got too much going on. They're not going to be dominant for a while. Obviously, they're not beating Florida. They're not beating Bama. Florida and Bama have been Tennessee's kryptonite ever since I was in high school. Ever since my freshman year, Tennessee's only beaten Bama once and Florida once. And that was in '06 for Bama. And my adulthood has been about watching Florida and Bama dominate Tennessee. And Vandy's Vandy. They got a lot. They got to start over from square one. Now, as far as the West, I already talked about Bama and A&M and LSU. Auburn. Think about them is like they got a brand new staff there. I know a lot of not Gator fans, Auburn fans are really pleased with Gus Malzahn being gone. I think they take this. I think they're like a 7-5 team this year. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think Auburn's gonna be as good. They're gonna be around the same mark they was last year. I feel like they're a 7-5 team. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna get LSU third. I think LSU can finish third in the West. Then I'll probably put Ole Miss fourth. I put Ole Miss fourth because Lane Kiffin and our offense. I feel like Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss could beat Auburn. I think they'll surprise a couple of teams this year. I think Ole Miss can get like 6-6, 7-5 as well. I think that they'll win the tiebreak. Beating Auburn, getting the tiebreaker was probably push Auburn to fifth. And if they're not careful, Arkansas might beat Auburn this year. They came close to beating Auburn last year, so Arkansas could be very scary too. I feel like they could probably finish third at best, but right now I'm gonna play some six until I see something. I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be surprised they finish third. And then Mississippi State did last. I know they got Mike Leach there, but they went 2-8. So I think Ole Miss beats LSU. They could. I feel like Ole Miss can beat any team in the West this year except Bama and Texas A&M. I think they lose both of those games. They draw 10. Obviously, they play Vandy every year, so that's another win. Then they get the fortune of playing Tennessee this year. They beat Tennessee, so that's like at least 4 wins out the West. I mean, that's 4 conference wins for Ole Miss. I give them Arkansas, Mississippi State, and I give them Tennessee and Vandy. And they could upset LSU. They could upset Auburn. So they might give them six. They could finish 6-2 at best. Other losses coming against Bama and Texas A&M. So Ole Miss could finish third in the West. You know, it's not wide open. Obviously, it's going to. All right, the West is coming down to College Station, and East is coming down to Jacksonville. We everybody knows this. I don't think because even though if Florida does have a down year and that propels Georgia to win the East, I don't think Florida finished any worse than second. I don't think they're going to have a really down year. I'll be surprised if they finish below second. I really would. But like I said, the ACC, that's Clemson's conference to take. The Big 12, that's going to be an interesting conference too. Oklahoma, they're going to bounce back. Obviously, Baylor had a really good year this year, so we're going to see what happens there. Can't rule out Texas. Can't rule out Texas. And who knows, man? It's gonna be a surprise team in the Big 12 though. Don't be surprised if it's Kansas State or I don't know about Iowa State. I think I say outside of Oklahoma and Baylor, the Big 12 is really wide open. And obviously Kansas is gonna finish last because of Kansas. Maybe Kansas and Vanderbilt should play in the shit bowl as far as let's see who's the shittiest team in the Power Five. Then you got the Big Ten. Obviously, Ohio State's supreme the crop there. Um, as far as the Big Ten East, obviously, it's Ohio State's division to take. Penn State could bounce back this year. Who knows? Michigan State, we'll see. Michigan, possibly. And then who else is that? Indiana Rutgers? Oh, yeah, okay, who cares? Indiana Rutgers. Oh, Indiana? I'm not sleeping on the Indiana Hoosiers this year. They might be good. They could very well be the second best team in the East again this year. I don't know if they were the second best team last year, but they could definitely be the second best team in the East this year. And as far as the West, I feel like that's coming out to Minnesota and Wisconsin. And I know Minnesota had a down year to well, they went back to where they were, but I think Minnesota could bounce back. Wisconsin, they're gonna be up there. Who else is there? I know you got Illinois. Who cares? Iowa. Well, see. Let's see. I'm sorry, who else is in the Big Ten West? I know you got, like I said, I said, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Purdue. Purdue's like a 6-16. Northwestern, and they could be above average this year. And it's one more team. I'm missing one more team. Must not be important. I don't remember. Oh, I can look it up right quick. Other team in the Big Ten West. So Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Illinois, Iowa, Northwestern, Purdue. So there's Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Purdue, Northwestern. Gosh, I don't. I gotta look it up. I'm drawing a brain fart as the Big Ten West. Nebraska, that's who it was. Sometimes I forget Nebraska is a Big Ten team. I'm so used to them being the Big 12 from my childhood. I honestly forget they're in the Big Ten. Ohio State, Michigan, and Notre Dame gonna be the darlings again. Yeah, they probably Michigan and Notre Dame for sure. And then out there on the left coast, the Pac-12. Whew, boy, that's I watch like SEC, ACC in the afternoon, Big Ten like 3:30ish, unless an SEC game of the week on CBS, and then like Big Ten, Big 12 like towards the evening. So by the time I get done with all those games, I'm on my Saturday night. On my I'll let everybody else talk about the Pac-12. I don't really pay much attention. I know Oregon's out there, who, USC. I just don't really pay attention to Pac-12 like that. Uncle Lou says, "Thanks in the comment section. I'm out. Don't let the good Lord hit you with good Lord, whatever." I said that wrong. I said, "Don't let the good Lord hit you with a good Lord picture." Bounce. Okay, so moving on. That's enough about college football. He's talking to Hoss. I thought he was talking to me. Well, I'll take that back, Uncle Lou. I thought you was talking to me. So you're talking to Hoss. Y'all behave in the comment section. All right, now as far as MLB, the Atlanta Braves, disappointing series. Lost to the got swept by the Blue Jays. And I was telling people, I said this in yesterday's game stream that Wisconsin, I'm still talking college football. Okay, the Toronto Blue Jays are not going to be terrible this year. I think a lot of people seem to get the misconception that they're going to be terrible. Like they're down there with the Miami Marlins. The Toronto Blue Jays, I said this, that they could very well be the second best team in the AL East. I don't think they win it, but I think they come close to being the second best team. So no shame, of course I don't want to get swept by any team, but for me it's no shame in losing to get swept by the Blue Jays. I said this, they were the better team in that series. You got people thinking that was embarrassing. It's nothing embarrassing about it. The only thing embarrassing about it is that our pitching just did not come to play. That's the only embarrassing thing about it. You really want to nitpick what happened in that series. Got the Nationals coming up this week. Then got the Braves come back home for a 3-game shutout with the Phillies this upcoming weekend. And I also heard that this is going to be the first time this year since 2019 that the Braves going to be at full capacity. Please do not ask me what I think about that. I'm not touching politics. But I will tell y'all this though. I will be back in Atlanta soon. I don't know when, but I will be back in Atlanta soon. So I don't want y'all cats watching this and live in Atlanta be hiding from me. And the NL East is NL East is really competitive this year. Granted, I don't think any team has a winning record right now. I don't expect that to last very long. I think that's gonna be changing soon. one of these teams is going to pull away. It's either going to be the Braves, the Phillies, or the Nationals. Or Mets maybe. I don't know about the Mets right now. We know the Marlins not pulling away with shit. They're going to suck for the next 10 years. It took them a damn COVID year for even make the damn playoffs. We'll tell y'all something though. I'm gonna tell y'all something right there though about the Atlanta Braves. They've gotten to a point where they do this shit every year where they'll start off slow to be no different. I know it's fading out, so just bear with me. It's called not being at home. I'm not hitting the panic mode. I'm not hitting the panic button yet. I know some Braves fans are probably are hitting the panic button, but not me. I'm good. I'm chill right now. So now we if it's June, middle of June and we still playing like this, then it may be a problem. We'll see. Now this is the reason why I kind of wanted to do a look here because I do need to touch on the Denver Broncos because I'm aware of everything that's going on in Broncos country from John Elway, George Patton, all the way down to the fans. Now, and I'm getting questions about this. I get a question about a lot of things in regards to the Broncos since golf season. So if you're a Broncos fan, you're watching, listen up because this is going to be the only time you're going to get my sheer, honest, straightforward opinions about everything with this organization. Look here. Y'all probably gonna get what y'all want, which is a quarterback. Y'all been crying for a quarterback ever since Drew Lock went down last year, week 2, week 3, whatever week it was when he went down. You've been crying about that ever since. And it looks like we might get what you wanted. And backstory. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you already know how I feel about the quarterback situation. I said it from the jump, and I even said this either in Seb's stream. I said this in the stream. I think Seb was there. I don't know if it's his stream or somebody else's stream. He just happened to be there. And I know a lot of Bronco fans want to get a different version of quarterback. And I said stick it out with Drew Lock for this one reason because I felt like there was other needs to be addressed in a quarterback, like cornerback for example. Yeah. And I feel like the Broncos did a really great job listening to me this offseason and going cornerback. You re-signed Justin Simmons, which was major. You signed Mike Fuller from the Vikings, which I feel could be a very good pickup on the strength that he played for the Vikings, and Vic Fangio knows the NFC North very well. So anybody who's yearns over for the NFC North, I think that's a good pick. And then I know Hoss is gonna, if he's still watching, I know he's gonna be happy about this. And then the draft, you bypass Justin Fields, you bypass Mac Jones, you get Patrick Surtain, which was a dominant quarterback at Alabama. Me personally, I didn't think much of Patrick Surtain, but I said the Broncos didn't just the secondary. And then I got a Facebook friend who's a Broncos fan and an Alabama fan, and he was talking about Patrick Surtain. I was like, you know what? We need to get Patrick Surtain. The hell with Justin Fields. The hell with Mac Jones. The hell with Trey Lance. I'll say give Drew Lock one more year, see he can prove himself. But then I heard something on CA. I heard this on CA's page earlier today, and then I got the notification shortly thereafter that the Broncos dropped Jeff Driscoll. And my opinions on that, hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. Because Jeff Driscoll, to be honest, I don't hate Jeff Driscoll. He did beat Florida State. Who was the only quarterback to beat Florida State between the Tim Tebow era and the Dan Mullen head coach era. He's the only person who's done that. The only quarterback who's done that. And that was his only start against FSU. So I'm content with Jeff Driscoll, in that standpoint. But let's be real, Jeff Driscoll's not a good quarterback. I was not a fan of him either. I was one of the ones who wanted him to get. But Jeff Driscoll, he could be a serviceable backup. You put him on the team with a superstar quarterback or a Hall of Fame quarterback. He could be serviceable to where he can steer the course for a couple of weeks. But can you really bank on him to start week one and lead your team to the playoffs? No. He's basically Buddy Brister. I put him in the same tier as Buddy Brister. They're like those game managers who can steer the course when the superstar quarterback goes down and not make too many mistakes and cost your team at the end. But if you talk about starting that person week one uh, and expecting to lead to the playoffs, you're wasting your time. And that's what Jeff Driscoll is. He's not that guy that's going to lead you to the playoffs.
Together? How many is there?
They can have a big ass party back there. But yeah, and so but it's not. But Judge Driscoll's not someone that's going to miss on the Broncos. I'm just going to be completely honest there, and it opens up an interesting scenario here when I say this because now you're talking about a situation where, and I never, if one, I'm not the one who agrees with Clay Travis on shit because I don't think the dude knows what the fuck he be talking about on Fox Bet Live. So I almost be wanting to mute my television anytime he opens his damn mouth. But he brought up a very valid point today because you drafted Surtain as opposed to going with Fields or Mac Jones, and then you dropped Driscoll. And there's rumblings. There's been rumblings the last couple of days in regards to Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore. He's He's one step closer to trying to be A-Fizzle. Oh, shit, that's too funny. But yeah, I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was talking. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore. And now I heard, this has been talks the last couple of days, and now there's even talk that he doesn't. He's not even. He's threatening to retire if he's stuck in Green Bay for another year. So that was an interesting scenario because you think about it. The way the organization is being run in Green Bay, they're not doing anything to help Aaron Rodgers. You can give him all the wide receivers, the tight ends, all you want. But if you're not getting an offensive line to protect him, it's basically saying, fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. We're just going to let you. And that's the scenario that you're looking at. And, as far as Green Bay, Packer fans, you can't be mad, though. If anybody's watching, any Packer fans are watching, you cannot be mad about the situation. This man got to a Super Bowl. This man kept y'all a contender after y'all transitioned from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. But it is not that he doesn't love the Packer fans. He doesn't love the Packers. I'm guarantee Aaron Rodgers loves the Packers. He loves Green Bay. He loves the fans out there. He probably tell you that the Packer fans are the best fans in the world. He probably tell you that Lambeau Field's the best field in the world. He probably tell you that. But the organization is not doing enough to help him. You're not getting him you're not giving him a valid defense. You're not giving him an offensive line. That's why he wants to get the fuck out of Green Bay. In the three teams he's been looking at, goddamn, the Warriors are killing the Pelicans 32-19. But yeah, and the main thing about Aaron Rodgers, like the three teams he was looking at, I should say, were the San Francisco 49ers, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Denver Broncos. 49ers are out because they just drafted Trey Lance. There's no way they're going to draft Trey Lance and expect to land Aaron Rodgers. And I can see why Aaron Rodgers would like to go to San Francisco because he grew up a Niner fan. That's a valid reason. The Raiders, I don't think the Raiders. Hold on, somebody's coming. The Raiders, I don't think. I The Raiders are not happy with Derek Carr. That's not a secret. They're not happy with Derek Carr. They're ready to move on from him, and that's why they're even more pissed off that they fucked up this draft because like if anybody could have benefited off getting the quarterback in this first round, it would have been the Las Vegas Raiders. I feel like if anybody, they should have been the ones who should have traded up and got a quarterback. That's just my logic opinion. I don't know who the hell they picked, but apparently Raider fans are not happy with this pick. So I think the Raiders are still in the mix. So that's why I'm telling Broncos country do not get your hopes up because the Raiders are still in the mix too. Don't be surprised if they drop Derek Carr, knowing they can land Aaron Rodgers in Vegas. But there has been a lot, there's been talks about him possibly him more so landing in Denver. Now, this is a gift and a curse, and that's why I'm kind of. This is another reason why I did this in the crib. This is a gift and a curse to the Broncos getting Aaron Rodgers. The gift is the Broncos are already building themselves to become a playoff team. They were set to be a playoff team last year. COVID hit, lack of preparation, in that play call when we got in the season, and that play calling happened, and in that coaching, and and then the injuries did start flying. Drew Lock got hurt, Judy got hurt, Sutton got hurt. It was just no chemistry. And we got all that happening. No chemistry, end up coaching, end up play calling, limited off season due to COVID. That's why we went 5-11 last year. That's why. I'm not saying injuries. Every team had injuries. We just had bad depth too. Cause like the backups were not prepared, so they were not going to perform to their full capacity. Why do you think Kendall Hinton only completed one pass, and I think he attended 8 or 9. He only completed one because you knew he was not prepared. That was against the Saints of all teams. You knew that was going to be an ass whooping to us too. You knew it. I knew it, and the American world knew it. And but if everything goes well in the perfect world, I almost believe I'm almost guaranteeing that the Falcons. I'm almost guaranteed that the Broncos. I said Falcons best sports here. I'm almost guaranteed that the Broncos make the playoffs last season. Now, whether we would have far in the playoffs or not, I don't know. I don't think we would have been far anyway. I think we probably would have got to wild card round and that's it. But where the Broncos are handling this all season, I wish they would adjust the offensive line a little bit more. I think they did in this draft, but I wish we did just a little bit more. Let's get some more depth on our offensive line. The offensive line looked better. It looked better than it has been looking, but it could be a lot better. Because like what you see right now, it's okay, but it's not. It's definitely not like we saw in the late '90s. It's definitely not that. It's not what you saw from the Hogs, from the Washington Redskins in the '80s. It's not what you saw from the Cowboys in the early '90s. You're not going to see that from the Broncos offensive line right now. And that's why I say we need to address the offensive line. But Now, with the gift about Aaron Rodgers coming to Denver, the Broncos are doing themselves to become what could be a playoff team. I seen on Fox Bet that the Broncos have the eighth best odds of winning the Super Bowl, which is probably the highest odds since the Peyton Manning era. If the Broncos land Aaron Rodgers, they become a Super Bowl contender. That's a given. They're instantly a Super Bowl contender. We finally beat these Kansas City Chiefs for the first time in 5 years, 6 years. And I feel like, these silly games that we wind up losing, like these games we wound up losing the last 2 seasons, we win half of those games. We flipped half of those games. So this is why it's a gift to have Aaron Rodgers. Because I feel like the Broncos can morph themselves into a Super Bowl winner. Maybe not this year, but maybe next season. Now here's a curse in again Aaron Rodgers. The same ordeal with the whole Peyton Manning situation. You get Aaron Rodgers. He's going to year 17. This will be his 14th year as a starter, 17th in the NFL overall, which means Aaron Rodgers is not going to be in the league too long. So the Broncos are going to be in win now mode. Like, okay, we got Aaron Rodgers. He's getting up in age. We're only going to have him for a couple of years. So we need to go ahead and get back and beat the Chiefs, get back to the playoffs, get back to the Super Bowl and win it. So he can ride off in the sunset like Elway, like Manning. Watch, and I want y'all to think about this, Bronco fans. If Aaron Rodgers comes here and the Broncos immediately win the Super Bowl next season, expect him to retire. Expect him to retire. It's going to happen. And guess what? We're right back at square one. Need another quarterback. And this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that the Broncos are slowly morphing into the Cleveland Browns. What the Cleveland Browns was since they returned to the NFL in 1999. Going back to quarterback after quarterback. I don't want to keep doing that shit as a Broncos fan. Going through quarterbacks every 2 fucking years, 3 fucking years. That shit is old for me. That's why when the Broncos drop the quarterback, stick with his ass and see what happens. Get this man time to progress. Give this man an offense to thrive under. I get, Pastor Lynch. You look at Pastor Lynch, he didn't do shit. Flacco was kind of like, Flacco was probably the best we had since Peyton Manning. And even then, I think we kind of caught Joe Flacco after his prime. Think about it. I'm just tired of going after quarterbacks every 2 or 3 years. I just wanted to find a quarterback in the draft. Not this year. I just sound this is what I was hoping with Drew Lock. I just want to find a simple quarterback in the draft, like a Drew Lock, and stick with him for a couple of years. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can get shit cracking, and then we'll go from there. But that's what frustrates the fuck out of me. Because I feel like fans, it's not just Bronco fans, I feel like just fans all around the league who are just too willing to give up on quarterbacks after a year or two. Because they have one bad year. It's like, Peyton Manning had a rookie season before he turned it around the second year. So it takes time. You can't just expect these quarterbacks to come in and just boom, take it to the Super Bowl right off the rip. You just can't. Oh yeah, definitely Christian Brave. Yes, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier about this. He got Broncos, Patrick Surtain, Jerry Jeudy, Bama reunion, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Clemson reunion. Then the Eagles, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Bama reunion. Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Waddle, another Bama Yeah, it's been a lot of reunions. Oh, and I forgot to mention this: Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, LSU reunion. So a lot of reunions going now. Oh, and the Falcons, Dante Fowler. You know, it's not really a reunion because I used to play specific times. But Dante Fowler, sweeter, and now Kyle Pitts, Florida reunion, Florida connection. You know, there's a lot of connections and reunions going on last 2 years. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm just worried that if we do get Aaron Rodgers, we're gonna be in the same boat we were 2 years later, and I don't want to keep going for this shit. This shit is getting old. And I found out an interesting stat a while ago, and then I'm almost ashamed to be a Broncos fan after this. I'm still gonna be a Broncos fan regardless, but I was almost ashamed to be a Broncos fan. Broncos have drafted 18,000 quarterbacks since 1960. And how many quarterbacks they drafted won a playoff game? One. Only one quarterback they drafted won a damn playoff game. And who was that quarterback? The Bronco that a lot of Bronco fans love to hate. Tim motherfucking Tebow. He's the only Broncos quarterback. Say you want about Tim Tebow, can't throw and all that. He was a drafted quarterback. He was drafted by the Broncos and he won a playoff game. He did that. And that's where, I was hoping Drew Lock could be the second now. But now there's no certain that Drew Lock is going to be here after this is all said and done. I can see a scenario where the Broncos do get Aaron Rodgers. They still might trade Drew Lock. Because, they're not trading Teddy Bridgewater. They just, no way in hell that's going to happen. And which I got mixed feelings about that one. Is it a good quarterback? I don't know. I just don't know. And here's another and second of all, I still haven't forgiven him for the 2012 Sugar Bowl. I said that on Facebook. I am not forgiving him for the 2012 Sugar Bowl. I'm surprised Auto went ahead. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really watch, but I watched. I didn't catch the first. I didn't catch the first six picks. I was at work during the first six picks, um, and to be honest, like when I caught, I got home from work when the Lions were picking, and then like four picks later, the Eagles picked Devontae Smith. So I thought he was the first. I thought Smith was getting me, and I thought that Devontae Smith got picked ahead of Jalen Waddle because I didn't think Jalen Waddle had got picked. It wasn't until I found out down the line that Jalen Waddle was picked already by the Dolphins. That is shocking though, because you figure if the Dolphins need a receiver that's going to go get one from Alabama, I would have figured that they would have picked Devontae Smith, not Jalen Waddle. So that did take me by surprise. Yes, and I feel like Jalen Waddle is just as talented as Devontae Smith. Now, do I think that Jalen Waddle would have challenged Devontae Smith for the Heisman down the line? No, I don't. But I feel like Jalen Waddle was just as good as Devontae. I don't think it was better, but I think it was just as good. I'll get as light as Devontae. There's a reason why Devontae won a Heisman. Like even if Jalen Waddle would have stayed healthy, I still think Devontae was a Heisman regardless. But I feel like what it boiled down because we already know what it boiled down to when it was all said and done. It boiled down to the SC title game. At 4-1, either Kyle Trask or Kyle Pitts would have won the Heisman. But since Bama won, it was obviously going to Devontae Smith. Not happy for Devontae. Bama caught Florida and Auburn, and as far as like SEC Heisman winners. Auburn had three. Florida got the three first, I think. Yeah, Florida got three first. Then Auburn. Then now Bama's joined Florida and Auburn in that category. Waddle is the most supposed to play in the draft. But this past year was Waddle's first year starting, but then he got hurt in week 5. Yeah, I think what fucked him at the end was when he got hurt in that Tennessee game. I feel like he probably would have been. I'd say he probably would have finished third. behind Kyle Pitts and Devontae. And I think Kyle Pitts did finish second in the. Let me see. What possession that Kyle Pitts finished in that draft? Not in the Heisman. Oh no, wait, it's before. Okay, here it is. Devontae Smith. Oh damn. Devontae Smith, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask. I could have thought Kyle Pitts was fourth, but okay. Anyways, y'all get my point. But I would like to have Aaron Rodgers. He is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now, but I do have big emotions about Aaron Rodgers. I really do. I'll be okay when I'm coming, but I'm just fearing what could possibly go down in that 2 or 3 years from now. I'm looking at the. I'm looking a couple down the. I'm looking at a couple years down the round. I'm looking at a couple years down the line for the Denver Broncos, and that's what worries me. I want to be back to square one. That's all it is. That's why I kind of don't want to get Aaron Rodgers. I kind of want to just stick it out with Drew Lock. And if Drew Lock would have bum out this year, then yeah, find another quarterback next year. Because I'm pretty sure JT Daniels might come out in next year's draft. We could go get him. He, and Aaron Jones, he would have impressed this year at Florida and become the Kyle Trask. Go get him. Who knows, man? They were talking watching Miami, but it was just simply no. He's not going to Miami. I don't think anybody's going to touch Deshaun Watson until they know what's going on with his situation. So I just didn't see that one happening. I know Bronco fans wanted him, but why? It's kind of too premature to go for Deshaun Watson until after let's see what happens. All right, but and the last reason I kind of want to do this with Crib because I'm gonna take this part of the crib and put them on Facebook because as y'all know the schedule release is happening next week. Looks like it's raining again. Raining again. Oh damn, it is raining again. Oh yeah, but I don't like JT as an NFL quarterback. Got terrible mechanics and footwork. And he's not mobile. Well, we don't have to worry about that now. Broncos country don't have to worry about that now. I'm just saying, like, if we were sick, well, I don't want to talk too prematurely because I said don't get until we get Aaron Rodgers. We might be still with Lock and Bridgewater next season. Well, yeah, what I am going to, now as far as the schedule, yeah, I heard it's supposed to come out next week on the 12th. And I was, I was asking some people in sports on ATL's premiere earlier today in regards to who do they think the Falcons, who do they want the Falcons to play week one, and who do they think the Falcons will play week one. So I'm gonna give y'all my take. As far as the Denver Broncos, this upcoming year, whatever. But who do I think the Broncos will play week one? God damn. That shit got heavier now. But yeah, Broncos who do I think the Broncos will play week one? Knowing the Broncos' history and knowing their trajectory in regards to knowing the history and the trajectory of these schedules, how they came out, I can see three opponents that the Broncos could possibly play week one. First, first opponent I can see playing week one is the Cincinnati Bengals. I can see that happening. Reason being is because usually when the Broncos and Bengals play each other, when it's like AFC West versus AFC North, they usually play early in the year. You look at 2003, the first installment of AFC West versus AFC North. Broncos played the Bengals week one. 2009 played in week one. 2000 now last couple of years, last couple of meetings, played them later in the year. Like 2012 played in week nine. 2015 played them week 16 Monday Night Football, and 2018 played week 13. So we played them late in the year as of lately. I feel like that's going to change. I feel like the Broncos could possibly play the Bengals week one. It's just my prediction. So as far as where I think the Broncos can draw the first week. Another team I can see the Broncos drawing would be the Raiders. Because a lot of good chunk of times the Broncos do manage to play the division rivals the first week of the year, and it's usually more so the Raiders than the Chiefs and Chargers. Slim chance they play the Chargers week one. I don't see them play the Chiefs week one, considering that last time the Broncos played the Chiefs week one was back in 2004. So I definitely don't see that happening. What's going on, Kiwi? I gotta go catch your premiere when I get home. I did see that you dropped your premiere. I did see you dropped your premiere. I'm gonna check that out when I get home. But yeah, I can see the Raiders. So I'm more so say the Raiders. I can see and the Broncos and Raiders played each other week one a couple of times in the last 12 years. So that's another reason why I can see that matchup happening. I think twice was in Vegas, twice was at the Raiders, and once was at Denver. So I feel like this time it's going to be at Denver. If they were to play each other week one, I can see that happening. It is, one of the best rivalries in NFL. I know it hasn't lived up to the part last couple of years because the Raiders have been down. And now the Broncos are currently down right now. So, in this heyday, this definitely was one of the best division rivals to scope out. It is by far the best division rival and the best rivalry in the no, by far it is the best rivalry in the AFC West. That's a given. You know, I'm just being honest. But I'm gonna say I give the nod to the Raiders and Denver because like if you notice the Broncos the last 10 years, all of their season openers have been at home except once. That was 2019 when they played the Raiders on the road. And just to throw in another team because it's okay because we don't know we don't know when our team's gonna we don't know if our team's gonna start off at home or on the road. I'm just guessing at this point. But just to throw in a road opener, I'm gonna say and throwing an NFC team, I will say the New York Giants. That's probably the third and final team I can see the Broncos playing week one. Broncos and Giants have had a history playing early in the year as well. You look back at 2001, they played week one. You look at 2005, they played week seven. You look at 2013, they played week two. Then you look at 2017, which was the last time these two teams played, they played week six. The only time they played in the second half of the year.
Thanks, girl. They're yours.
The only time they played in the second half of the year was 2009. That was on Thanksgiving. Which brings me to Thanksgiving. As y'all know, the Broncos are playing the Cowboys. That game will be in Jerry World. That's going to happen. However, I don't think the Broncos are going to play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I just don't see that happening. But it surprised me Likely not, but do I anticipate it happening? Fuck no. I feel like the Broncos and Cowboys will probably play each other week 2. I can see that happening because the Broncos and Cowboys usually play each other early in the year anyway. I think the only time, I think the only, yeah, they usually play each other. Yeah, they usually play each other early in the year, or they'll play on Thanksgiving. And I just don't see the Broncos playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Now it could happen for this one reason. The only reason I would give the Broncos Cowboys game the nod on Thanksgiving is for this one reason only. Last time the Broncos went to Jerry World, the Cowboys wound up hosting the Raiders on Thanksgiving. So I can see a scenario where they can start alternating between division rivals. Like, 2013 you play the Raiders on Thanksgiving. In 2017 you play the Chargers. I can see a scenario where this upcoming year the Broncos could play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Then in 2025. I'm sorry, not the Chargers, the Chiefs playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I can see that scenario happening. But I'm gonna ride with the week 2 first Broncos and Cowboys. So, but yeah, I would say either I don't care who the Broncos play week 1, but I would say it's either gonna be the Bengals, Raiders, or Giants. I can see those scenarios happening, and I can see the Cowboys week 2. Now the Broncos draw the Jets out the AFC East and the Jaguars out the AFC South. I'm going to go by the assumption that one of those matchups will be on Thursday night. The Broncos are either going to play the Jets or the Jags on Thursday night. That's almost a given. The Bengals also finished in last place, but I don't think the Broncos will play. I don't see the Broncos playing the Bengals on Thursday night. I just don't see that. Now I'm not gonna go over the rest of the schedule because that's not important. Because we still got because we gonna find all this gonna solve itself next week. But I can see that happening. As far as who the Broncos will end the season against, I can see them ending the season again, or they end the season against the Raiders the last 2 years. They probably end the season against the Kansas City Chiefs. I can see this happening for one reason and one reason only. There is a strong possibility if the Broncos, if everything goes splendid for the Broncos up until week 18, this could the Broncos Chiefs game could be the game that could determine the AFC West. And I can see that game being flexed to Sunday night, where the AFC West can won. So I feel like the NFL guys, the NFL schedule guys, are going to they're going to take the stock into Broncos Chiefs. So I can see that scenario happening. Sniper is good, but yeah, like as obviously playing the AFC North, so we're playing the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns, we're playing the NFC East, Redskins, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles. I'm not calling them the football team, so get the fuck out of here with that. If you don't want to call them the Redskins, you can call them the HTTRs. I'm good with that. So, and then obviously, his dumbass new rule where you gotta play a 17th game was stupid. I don't fucking like that shit. It's me, hey, but hey, you gotta do it. So it's gonna happen. And the Broncos draw the Detroit Lions as a 17th. I just said it, sniper. I don't. Oh yeah, you was probably typing before I mentioned it, but I don't like it. I'm gonna give me another beer right quick. I'll be right back. Oh damn! I don't want to leave this on. Ouch! Cramp, cramp. shit. So I guess they're gonna do it like since like the Broncos, I mean, the AFC West played the NFC North 2 seasons ago. They're gonna have one NFC North team. So I think next year we'll play one NFC South team, then one NFC East team, then one NFC West team. So I think that's how that's gonna happen. And I'm neutral about it. I think the previous format was just fine, but at the same time, one of the benefits is at least they give me more options for Broncos games to attend home or away. Hey, it is what it is, but I don't agree with it. I never will agree with it. I don't agree with a lot of shit that's going on in professional sports. I don't agree with the damn play-in game. Oh, Too Bad Sports Live's not here. Mr. Love Six is arriving. So I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the NFL extending the playoff format to like one additional AFC and NFC team. It's almost borderline giving these teams participation trophies. You can be sorry and still have a chance at the playoffs. Now, as far as the MLB, I'm okay with adding a second wild card, but since since the LDS, LCS are both like 7 game series, no, to the back. LDS is 3 out of 5. This is what they should do. Like, if they want to keep the LDS 3 out of 5, these make the wild card 2 out of 3. And that's how I felt about that. Of course, they only care about their pockets. And that's how I look at it. But we're gonna see what happens with like. I feel like it's gonna be an automatic win. I don't think the Lions are gonna be good. I feel like that should be a game we should manage. I'm not gonna do schedule predictions or anything like as far as like which games I think the Broncos will win and which games I think the Broncos will struggle. It is what it is. Whatever happens, just it happens. And trying to see if anything else I need to touch on. I know the Tampa Bay Lightning, they put the playoff a couple of days ago, which was good. They, I don't think they're playing tonight. I don't think, matter of fact, I don't think any of my teams are playing tonight. Let me see if the Lightning are playing tonight. I don't think they are though. Okay, so the Lightning are not playing. Okay, yeah, Lightning are not playing tonight. I should have known that because they did play the Red Wings yesterday. So none of my teams are playing tonight. Lightning are off. Braves are off. Gators baseball and softball are both off. Gators baseball coming out. I mentioned this in my Monday vibes as well already. Uh, Gators baseball won 2-3 against Vandy. I was very happy about that. Vanderbilt, number 2 team in the nation, took them down. Florida. But at the end of the day, both the baseball team. Oh, and baseball team had a bad hiccup Friday. I didn't catch the final score of Friday's game, but I know they were down 10-2 at one point. Uh, and Saturday won the Slugfest, home run Slugfest, 11-8. Then Sunday they won 5-3 in a pitching duel in 2 stints. So, and I think that may be it. I think I covered everything as far as my teams. I don't. Sniper says Roger Goodell did say he expects NFL stadiums to have full capacity. Well, September's a while from now, so we'll just have to see. That's going to rely on the governor. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. That's going to rely on governor states that have NFL teams. Well, well, here in Georgia, they opened up a couple of things. So we're going to see what happens. That means the Falcons stay expected. They're going to open that up full capacity, but let's be real, it's the Falcons. They just come off a 4-12 season. We all expect them to suck this year. So I don't expect those states to be full anyway. I'm gonna go take a piss right quick. I'll be right back. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't see what you did. Okay, Sniper says the game's almost confident right now. They won't have investment days or whatnot. Broncos, Cowboys, Broncos, Jack games. Says Texas and Florida has. Yeah, I'm not touching politics. That's not an A-Fizzle Productions type of thing. It is what it is at this point in regards to who has balls, and I'm vaccinated, so I'm in a 6 step process of getting vaccinated. So I just finished my 4th step last week. So hey, I can't speak for everyone else, but I'm doing my business. So okay. Well, so I'm probably gonna get ready to end this momentarily though. Damn, it is. I wasn't gonna. I was initially gonna name this little crib Cloudy, Muggy, and Rainy. I guess I can officially rename it that now. Once I get home, I'm gonna rename it Cloudy, Muggy, and Rainy because it is raining hard. I got vaccinated, so I'm good to go. If vaccination shots are required for sport event, yeah, I am too though. Like I'm at a spot right now where not only to my Hooters and Jones. I'm at a position right now where I can go to like small gatherings without a mask on. That's where I'm at right now, which is good. Yeah, I probably gonna kill this beer right quick, and I'm probably gonna leave. Trying to wait on the rain to calm down a little bit. I don't really care to drive in the rain, but I definitely don't want to drive in heavy rain either. Push it on, and it's lightning. Shit, that's even. Oh, damn. Yeah, I probably got to leave some. I don't trust this goddamn weather. Ooh. There's my beer. You hanging in there, Abito? Yeah. It's kind of ironic that I came up here earlier. That's before I left right quick. If you had a second, and I got two with you. You want to get another big ass cake. Hey, that's all good. First shot I felt fine, but after my second shot, my arm. Okay, after my second shot, my arm I got stuck. Got shot on, felt like a motherfucker throughout the day, but I had no headaches. And my arm felt better momentarily. I think the first time I took the vaccination shot, and my first step was I had diarrhea, and then my arm did hurt for a second. Not hurt, but it was kind of like sore for a second. But other than that, I have not really had any real felt any real symptoms in regards to the shot. Yeah, I'm probably gonna kill this, and I'm probably gonna get up out of here. I might have the chance in this rain, but I do got to get home though. And plus, Hooters will be closing really soon anyway, so I'm not gonna have to wait on me because it's goddamn rain. Everybody's body, yeah, it does. That's for sure. Yeah, I'll probably officially get out of here. I hate having to drive in this damn rain though. The way it's acting. Well, I'm just going to deal with it though. Even if I was at work, I'll probably this would be around the time of getting off anyway. So either way, I'll still be stuck in the rain there. So tell them it's still gonna be like this at 10 o'clock when they do close. So either way, I'm likely fucked. And I have to drive. I'm likely fucked either way, and I'll probably have to drive in the damn rain. The way I see it in 2021 is a make a break year for Vic Fangio and Drew Lock. Yeah, if Drew Lock stays on the team because I'm hearing rumblings that I don't know if they're true or not, but there's a chance there's talk about whether the Broncos are going to. There's a talk about Broncos possibly trading Drew Lock if they were to land Aaron Rodgers. So we'll just have to see. I'm taking it one step at a time. I done with Vic Fangio when the Raiders swept this last season. But the Broncos continue to be off of Vic Fangio's old watch stuff Baskin Kid Rocks. Now here's a and I touched on Vic Fangio early on. And Cyber, you're my Facebook friend. You know how I felt. I'm pretty sure you watched my pregame and postgame analysis videos after each. His play calling was inept as fuck early on. So I feel like the Broncos were in a way winning in spite of Fangio. But we're gonna see what happens this year. Obviously he's gonna have to do better because he's gonna have to be on his P's and Q's when it comes to his play calling because another sub 500 season he could be done. Can't go 8-8 this year, so if he goes 8-9 or worse, I can see him. I can see parting ways with him. This clock, man. Oh my god. You know what that reminds me of? I'm not gonna get into it. I don't. Terrible clock. Yeah, that clock manager was piss poor last year as well. Oh, Mark Ritt. That's what that reminds me of when he was with Georgia. My God, it was just fucking horrendous, man. But yeah, he has a lot to improve too. Just because I've been getting on, I got on Drew Lock's case a lot, and people know I got on his case. I got on the offensive line's case. I get on a lot of people's case when I get on people's cases when they deserve to get their case picked on. And y'all know, and Broncos country on Facebook knows I will get in that ass. I have to because I expect better. I don't expect dog shit. Joe Fox is just conservative as fuck. That's his problem. That's why he's not in the NFL anymore. I know people are going to say, well, he did win the AFC West every year he was here. He won 7-1 against the Chiefs. He dominated the Raiders and Chargers. Just remember who the Broncos had most of those times under John Fox, Peyton Manning. So it wasn't all John Fox or Adam Gase. It was Peyton Manning in an offense. Now, granted, it takes a coach to coach him up, but Peyton Manning was his own coach. We all know this. I know he's starting to calm down a little bit. I make him make a break for it. But I'm not gonna lie, I was very pleased to see him fire though. And I'm gonna say this, because I know it may cause some controversy, because I'm not the one who wished jail or death on anyone, but I can't say. But I will tell you, I feel like your ass deserves to be fired because you're not handling your business, and I'm gonna say it. I don't give a fuck what anybody feels like. I know people try to come say it feels like, everybody needs a job. No, yeah, everybody needs a job, but at the same time, you gotta be fit to do a certain job. So, what do you want me to like? I'm not gonna sit here and hold these coaches' hands and give you a pat on the back. No, it's okay. You did. That's always next time. And when the Broncos lost to the Chiefs 29-13 back in 2015, Peyton Manning threw about 4 or 5 interceptions in that game. I called Peyton Manning out. So if Peyton Manning can get called out by me, anyone can get called out by me. No one is exempt. Now I'm not gonna be throwing shit and be like, oh, cut this motherfucker after week one. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I will tell you, I expect better. I expect this. I expect that. And you're right. We haven't had an aggressive play call since Mike Shanahan. Happy birthday. I know it was. I just wanted to say it just because. Who does this to Fox? All right. Somebody has to be C now to miss his ass.
Step out the front door, boss. Do it. Step out the front door and ask me.
What the fuck?
Out front. Out front.
What the fuck just transpired? Only idiots miss John Fox. Yeah, true. What the hell was that? Yeah, me neither. Watch that man gonna be still waiting on him. I don't know who the fuck you talking to, man. Watch him still sit out there and wait on them come out. I don't know what the hell just transpired there. But I give him this. At least he had the decency not to fight it in here. At least he wanted him to step out the front door. So I give him that. I'm gonna go get my check. I'm not done with this beer. Ooh. Gonna get home. I think the rain has let up a little bit before it gets wild again. Broncos better get together this season, but I will say on paper, you get a Fangio's not going to have a choice. He's going to have to come with it. So I don't have a choice. I don't know. She can't. I don't know if she can see me or not. I'm trying to beat this. Fangio, he's not gonna have a chance to fail this year. Everything that Patton has built the last couple of months, actually listening to me and filling in the needs, and then building the team to be a playoff contender. Then we're getting some of the players back from injury. We're gonna have the Broncos are gonna have a chance. This is just not weird. No, I was saying that. No, I was saying that Fangio, yeah, because like everything the Broncos are building up for to become a playoff contender. You know, we're getting some players back from offense. Sutton's coming back. We're gonna have, Rudy's gonna have a full year, hopefully. Vaughn Miller's coming back, coming from his injury. So we're gonna, Lord willing, this everybody stays healthy and we can get this chemistry going. Fangio is not going to have a choice. He's going to have to It's gonna everything goes well with the players. It's gonna boil down on him and his play calling. If he comes up and fucks shit up with the play calling, oh sorry about that. If he comes up and fucks shit up, hey Abby, you ain't gonna bring me the check now. If he comes around and fucks shit up, then he's going to go. It's because like you can't have a talented roster and do and same goes for Drew Lock as well. We're going to assume that we don't get Aaron Rodgers and we stick with Drew Lock. Same ordeal with Drew Lock. If the receivers stay healthy, the offensive line give them time to throw the ball, and the running game can open up a little bit. I know the Broncos did drafted Javonte Williams from North Carolina. We lost Philip Lindsay. I'm not sure about Melvin Gordon still being on the team or not. I don't think he is on the team. But, if everything goes well with the running back and receiver core and tight end core and offensive line, and Drew Lock doesn't get it done, then yeah, then we're going to have to move on from him. If Drew Lock costs us games, we're going to have to move on. It's just that damn simple. Kelly Cole. Oh, okay, so the Bronco. Well, we're gonna see how they utilize his ass this year. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this check. So she get this food to his other table. I'm gonna get this check, and I'm probably gonna get the fuck out of here before the rain gets heavier. Yeah, that goes to show that I don't really keep up with off-season shit. I gotta ask him if Melvin Gordon to the Bronco, but at the same time, I never heard about Broncos dropping him. So I did. I just had to hopefully assume that he was still a Bronco. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Still waiting on this food. Speaking of contracts, the long run picking Patrick Surtain in the first round was good because Bryce Callahan, Kyle Fuller's contract expired in 2021, and those guys could be gone. All we got to make big shit happen in 2021. We got no excuses this year. None. Any anything anything less than the playoff appearance is a huge disappointment this year. That's that. Yeah, I hurry up and get my damn check. So I can go. I'm trying to get caught up in the dream here. Oh, that's just I can check right now. Let me get my card out just in case it is. Get my check ready. Oh shit, bro, my foot. Appreciate it, man. You can take this. I'm gonna get it back to you right now. I won't lie. I didn't expect us to drop the corner. I, I, I didn't know what direction the Broncos were going to go. I feel like they could have, I feel like more likely they would have took a quarterback. But I'm happy they did take a corner though. But I know, like I said, one of my friends who's an Alabama fan was talking about Patrick Surtain, possibly company he wanted Patrick Surtain. It did open up the opportunity for that to happen. So I was very happy with it. I was very happy and content with the pick. That is for damn sure. All right, I'm going to need to buy her right quick. Yeah. She want to get nigga about her. That sucks. I knew she was busy, but she wasn't that damn busy. God damn, that's ridiculous. So that's for good about her. No, not like I was asking for a goddamn picture. I got one. I got a picture with her. So, but anyways, I'm finna. So I can't really get y'all any Hooters girl footage today, but I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna get home, and y'all, everybody be easy. Till next time, A-Fizzle, sign up. I'll y'all later. Ooh, I don't know when damn in.